Okay, whether the screen is visible to you people, the PPT which I'm sharing on the on your screen, whether they are visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we people are going to begin today with module 6. Okay,
Okay, sir.
fine then. See, this is a module of your sales management. Okay, module 5, what we people are going to discuss today. Fine, and this module is completely pertaining to your internet and selling. Yeah, it's getting recorded. Okay. Okay, this module 6 is going to be purely on selling as well as the use of internet. Okay, in your selling process, and some related basic aspects of internet, and also related selling activities we people are going to discuss today. Fine. So here we go one by one, selling on the internet. So to introduce you people to this selling on the internet, it says that the buying and the selling of any sort of products and also the services, okay, over the internet, we can call it as internet trading. Okay, so where we use the internet as a platform, on that platform, the buyer and sellers will be meeting. Okay, and there where even an interaction happens. Okay, the trade happens between both of them, the seller and the buyer. So that is what we call it as internet trading also, and also sometimes it is also called as e-commerce. Okay, which is very important to a business because it provides very flexible sources of trading with the customers and with the business partners. So here we have two major things has to be kept in the mind, where we know that consumer market and industrial market, where B2C and B2B, right, business to the customers, and business to the business to the business, right? So here the trading or transaction happens between these two parties, and two type of trading what we people have just discussed. Remember, this is very flexible one in this internet source due to the technological advancement, and the apps are say the apps which are available to the people, and which are very compatible on different type of devices, electronic devices, which is being used for communication, right? It may be a mobile, or it may be an any computers that you people are going to use. Fine. Okay. So here, the internet based trading is mainly divided to online shopping and B2 business, which B2B transactions, as I told you, where you can call this internet trading as e-commerce. You can call it as selling on the internet in a very layman's language, or you can also call it as e-commerce, or say online shopping for the consumer, business to the consumers, and business to business transactions. Even they use this. Fine. So online shopping, when we say, it is the trading between the end users and the sellers, while B2B, business to business transactions, dealing with the trading between different suppliers, okay, who will be using products for their what we say, assembling into the final products, or maybe they buy it for reselling purpose also, right? The two things we people have to keep in mind, either to incorporate the those products into their final products, or else maybe for reselling. So this online shopping happens between end users and the sellers, fine, in B2C. So business, in the internet involves like many partners, namely you can call them as customers who will be involved into it, the other business people, right? What we can also call as suppliers, and the employees involved, the government or stakeholders who will be involved in these type of transactions, which is going to be governed by some authorities, okay, for taking its permission and looking into some grievances of the customers with respect to these type of internet sources, what organizations or say salesmen use in reaching the customers and having the transactions. right? So basically, there are some few advantages of internet trading. Okay, first we go with the advantages to consumers. How this internet trading, or say e-commerce, or say online, trading is very much important for consumers. How it is, like, it is going to reduce the price, the cost of products are reduced, the prices of the products are going to be very lesser due to the cost reduction of the price in reaching the customers, due to if you take the value chain from the producer till it reaches the customers. Okay, there are many partners involved into it, and it is going to reduce these partners in between. Okay, the trade which happens, okay, among the sellers and the buyers. Okay, so when they are going to reduce these partners who are between them, and due to the reduction in the different stages, okay, of the value chain, which will be helping them to reduce the cost of product. Okay, and also a very competitive price which is going to be received by the customers due to disadvantage. So reduced price happens because of the cost reduction, which is going to be directly having a relationship with the reduction in the stages of the value chain in reaching the customers. Fine. Then global marketplace, where consumer can shop anywhere in the world, right? So the consumer has a a very high flexibility and the reach what a customer gets, or a consumer gets, by using this platform, where he can buy a product from any of the corner of the world. Okay, using this platform and reaching the supplier who is situated in different places of the globe, right? So this is where exposure for the consumer, okay, to identify, okay, and evaluate and decide upon who may be the best suppliers who can sell the products to them. So for searching a seller can be also very easy for consumers, okay, and convenient for consumers, okay, if they are good enough in using the internet technology, right? Only the condition is that those people need to have, I mean to say that consumers need to have devices, okay, which are compatible with the applications, okay, which are going to be developed by the sellers, okay, and they should also have the knowledge.
Sir, you are not audible. Hello, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where I was? When you people found difficult to hear me. May I know which was the point where you people found difficult to hear?
So
Hello, am I audible?
just
May I know
advantages customers, sir.
advantage? Completely or what?
Yes, sir. Complete.
Okay, fine. So we'll once again continue with this advantages to the customers. Fine. Here, when we talk about this internet trading, okay, how it is going to be an advantages to the consumers. Fine. One, it is going to be reducing the price, very competitive price which the customers are going to receive over this internet trading. Due to, okay, the advantage why it is because more number of stages, or say any of a few stages will be eliminated between the value chain where products are going to be dispatched from the seller, okay, or a manufacturer to the customers directly, and a few intermediaries or maybe stages which are going to be counting as an expense to the uh, you know say as a cost to the adding to the products. Fine. And that will be increasing the price of the product for the customer. So here what happens is, due to internet trading where many number of stages between the value chain can be reduced, okay, and intermediaries can be reduced where the supply can happen with one or two people in between, okay, who will be helping an organization to make a supply chain better, okay, for the organization to make their products reach the targeted customer. So here the competitive price those people are going to receive customer due to the reduction in the cost of the products by eliminating few stages among the value chains, okay, value chain. And then we have like a global marketplace where customers can buy from any seller who is situated in any of the corner of the globe. So this internet say platform or say e-commerce platform will be helping both side. It is no doubt both side. It is where sellers can find their customers from any of the corner of the world, or sometimes what happens is the customer can also find a seller from any corner of the world, right? And those people can place the orders, and they can receive it. Now we have 24-hour access, as we people find that like Pop and Sun stores or maybe a brick and mortar stores, what we say, right? Where even hypermarkets are open till certain time period, okay, within the 24 hours. Few hours those people are going to have for taking a rest, and they're going to close it. But this online business or e-commerce will never sleep. They are something like 24 hours they're accessible to the customers. Even in the midnight or 12 o'clock also customers can access the web page. They can find find the sellers products, and they can place the orders, right? So it is open for almost 24 hours. And next we have more choices where, as I told you, you have a lot of experience with different type of platforms, or say any web pages which are offering you people connecting with the suppliers, and suppliers can also register with them. And when those people are going to showcase their products for selling in those websites, where you as a customer can find many number of sellers for the same product, okay. Or sometimes what happens, even if you are going or looking into some different brands in the same category, they are also available. So more number of information, the more amount of information which is loaded and furnished to customers in identifying or evaluating the products and making the right choice for them on the basis of their needs. So different sellers can also sell same product, and with some different warranty. They may differ in the price, they may differ in the reaching you with the products for the time period, delivering the product. Okay, or it may be something extra what those people can give along with the product which you people are selling. On that basis, you people can find which can be the best possible products which will give you more profit or say value for the money which you people are paying to the sellers. Then we have now quicker delivery here, allows quick delivery of the products and services, especially with the digitalized products. Okay, now where this internet, or say e-trading will be reducing the time period to reach the products, okay, to your place. This is very competitive type of strategy which is nowadays used by almost all internet sites who are into the trading. Okay, giving a competitive price and making customer to wait for longer time to reach, with the products can also lead to a dissatisfaction among the customers. So now even they go with even we have many competing e-sites where customers compare. Okay, not only just a price as well as delivery time. Okay, delivery mode or delivery time. Okay, and the delivery charges, so everything is going to be looked into, and one find best a supplier from certain a specific website those people are going to select, and the delivery will be very quick. Now, when we talk about information, like consumers can receive relevant and detailed information in a second, rather than in a days or a week. When people without using this internet technology used to go or visit different shops and compare the products, getting the information was difficult for them. Okay, it was consuming a time, it was consuming a cost. Okay, and also comparison of products and prices can be made very easier on this. The information which is going to be loaded on the pages, okay, on that web pages especially, where that information gives a complete knowledge about the product, related aspects of the product, like warranty, guarantee, right? So these all things will be easily known by the customer for any sort of products or services which he is planning to buy. Right? So we have advantage for to business also, as I told you, how a customer can reach or identify or find a seller from any corner of the world. If you say the reverse, even seller is also having an ability, or say is able to find a variety of customers who are situated in different locations of the globe. Okay, and he can increase his market share, right? So business can increase the market share. Like the internet enables the businesses to have access to internet, international markets, thereby increasing their market share. Now people can reach any corner of the world, any boundary people can surpass and go, right, and reach the customers. And it is a possibility that even the business people can also raise their share due to having more number of customers from all over the world or the globe. And these are something like low cost of advertising, where ads on the internet cost lesser, lesser than the ads what you people are going to give in the print media or say television media. Okay, and also says depend on the details and extent of the ads. Okay, because repeat exposure, if you see in television, they charge per second. When we talk about print ads, that those print ads can also charge on the basis of square foot, which you people are saying on the inches in the newspapers. How bigger the ad is, the more the amount you people can pay. Now, but this is very advantageous for any seller to advertise on the internet, because when the specific sites which are accessed for buying the products, okay, related products, if your products falls in their consideration set, okay, easily it is for any buyer to I mean the seller to reach the targeted buyer with an information and promote their products on the internet. So it's very lowest cost if the only the targeted customers are going to visit those sites when they have the requirements, and if your product is available at that moment if that there's a possibility that the transaction happens. The next we have low barriers to entry. Says anyone can start up a company on the internet. So there may be some few legal aspects which has to be taken care. Not much compared to start a physical business. Having your own infrastructure, people, then starting. But especially this internet business can be started, and barriers are very low. This doesn't mean that there are no barriers. There are barriers where some permissions or governing body, authorized body who will be permitting to do a business on the internet. So some authentication has to be given by you people as a business or the sellers. Fine. So strategic benefit is like here see a business e-commerce enables is that it helps reduce the delivery time, as we said last in the previous slide, where customers are going to where they get quickly the product or services if they are going to book it or buy it on the internet platform. So delivery time is very less. You're going to reduce it. The labor cost is going to be reduced, where you people are going to reduce some stages of supply chain, right? And due to that, the cost of labor is also, it also comes down. And the cost incurred in the following areas like data entry, overtime, meal preparation, document preparation. These all things will be reduced due to the software which is going to be used by a trader or maybe any middleman or agent. Okay, some sites which are going to, like Flipkart, you have Amazon, you have, where they make a buyer and seller to reach. They develop such a platform and they're going to make them to reach each other. Then we have global reach. As we said, when you can sell a product to any customers who are situated in any corner of the world. Only thing is to reach it, that logistics should be there. That supply or maybe help the logistics should be there to reach that particular corner. That's the only one what we say uh, disadvantage we can say, because you can reach any customer in any corner of the world, but reaching them with the product, okay, over the internet is very easy, but with the internet becomes little difficult if there is no logistic support, if you people get. Okay, fine. So there are some disadvantages of internet trading. Like we have technical limitations here, and also we have non-technical limitations. Or say this is what disadvantage, what we can call it as. So what is the technical disadvantage? One is lack of security. Okay, there is a lack of system security, reliability, standards, and some communication protocols which you people have to see to it, because even this e-commerce includes um, furnishing the information of the customer to the seller. Okay, so security of that, and how much privacy those people maintain about your profile. Okay, the related things. And also you people make a payment through your debit cards or credit cards or any sort of electronic what payment that you people do. Okay, that should be secured. Your email, your say passwords, your user ID. So these all things be very much secure. Okay, so lack of security is also one. If the seller doesn't have so much of good security, anybody can hack it. Okay, and that will be a bigger problem for the customers. And we have low bandwidth as an limitation or disadvantage, where if there's a not sufficient bandwidth, okay, the internet facility sufficient bandwidth which is going to be provided by any telecommunication companies. Okay, if the bandwidth is very low, reaching or accessing becomes very very difficult, and that leads to a very frustration among the customers, right? Because loading a page requires lot of time for them. Okay. Next, we have something like needed more applications tools. Now, as I was telling you, people, where if yeah, it's very difficult. We say if you want to integrate the internet and the electronic commerce software with some existing applications and database, where it says that even we have one incompatibility, like you people may have certain say devices, Okay, and application if are developed to use those e-commerce sites, and those applications are not compatible with your devices, it becomes very difficult to reach. So it also says that it's very difficult for any business people to develop an application on which those people are going to have their trading. Okay, so if any small mistake happens in between developing an application, or maybe when the output of the application, when it is going to be run, the software, when you're going to run it, if the output doesn't match the required condition of having a trade between the buyer and seller, that leads to a very bigger mess. Okay, so it's very difficult to integrate the internet and the electronic commerce software, okay, with any present applications and database. Then we have incompatibility, as as I said earlier, some electronic commerce software might not fit with some hardware, and maybe incompatible with some operating systems or other components. So you should know that developing softwares which can be compatible with almost all the type of devices what customers use in accessing to the e-commerce sites for reaching the customers. Now what may be the non-technical limitations, like cost of justification, like the cost of developing electronic commerce in-house can be very high for any business people. Okay, or any mistakes due to lack of experience. Sorry. Now developing an electronic commerce for specific business, for them, it is very difficult, and also it's very highly high cost which is going to be involved, and recurring that cost again in the business trade, where it becomes difficult for any business, because if they want to sell it for a very competitive price, and these all costs which has been invested, money invested into developing the softwares, need to be recovered. For that, sometimes they are forced to sell products for little higher prices, right? So that also becomes a difficult, or maybe says a small mistake if you do it, or maybe a lack of experience, and that leads to a very dangerous situation for any business. Now, as we have security and privacy, as I told you, the security issue that provided to be more serious than rarely are when appropriate, encryption is used, especially decoding what we say it as. Okay, so privacy of keeping information about the customers, what those people have furnished to the business firm with whom those people are making a trade, okay, over the internet platform. And along with that, security talks about like how much secure the sites are when the financial transactions happen, right? So that has to be taken care. And this also one, non-technical disadvantage, or we say it as a limitations also. Now we have lack of trust and user resistance, where customers do not trust an unknown faceless seller, or paperless transactions, and also electronic money. So that is why what is happening, like e-commerce sites, what people are using, they are stressing more upon having cash on delivery, where no debit card, nothing can be used. Only you can pay a cash when the product is going to be delivered to your doorstep. Okay, and even if people can pay them on the by using any of the your you can use any devices, any applications, right? Okay, when you people are um, say paying the money to the seller or a delivery person, that will be done at the time of when you people find that you have received the product, okay, physically. Then we have trusting is very difficult, especially as I told you people. If you see all the two disadvantage or limitation and technical limitations above furnished, I think this third one will be getting support from them. Then customer relationship problems here. When we talk about this business which is being done face to face, okay, at certain place by between the seller and the customers, there you can expect a good relationship. But here in e-commerce, customers are not specifically say loyal to any of the sites. So it all purely depends on no, any seller or whosoever the seller may be, if he is selling his product with a very lesser price and giving more value, customers will be visiting those sites. Okay, so the site loyalty will be very less. Okay, but the loyalty will be more for what their own values, what value what those people get for the money which those people are paying. Okay, and they are not thinking about any seller or a site, both. So just they go with what gives them a more value. In those people are going to have an interest. Then customer relationship programs. Not many business realize that even an business cannot survive over the long term without a loyal customer. So having loyalty among the customers for this e-trading is not so easy. So you should have lot of what is that we say understanding about the customers related to their how best the loyalty can be brought for the type of sites those people are using. Okay. So any doubts that you people have till here? Any doubts? Am I audible?
Yes,
Am
sir.
I audible to you people? Okay. Fine. Next we have something like agents. Okay. Um, Now these agents and brokers, negotiate the purchases and accelerate the sales, but not take any title of the products. These people will be helping a buyer, a seller to push the product into the market. Okay, and identifying the customers for the sellers or on behalf of sellers, those people are going to identify and sell the products. But remember, these people use these people are going to be used for increasing the sales for any buyer. Okay, but these people will never take any title of the product. These people are not owners of the product. They are just take some commission. Okay, some amount of commission for making or helping both the parties to have a transactions. So here agents represent either buyer or a seller on a permanent basis. These agents are going to be very permanent for the customers. Okay, the agencies will be given to them on certain conditions and time period. Whereas when we talk about these brokers, are will be acting like an intermediaries that buyers or sellers employ for temporary purposes. The brokers are not so. They may have even other sellers also. Having even transaction with them also. They will be also helping them. So they are not so much loyal to any of the companies because they are going to be hired on temporary basis, not like agents. Agents are very specifically meant to hold the products and also cover certain areas for selling the products specifically which has been assigned by a single company. But brokers will be having transaction between two parties. Okay, along with the specific condition that they are not temporary. Okay, they are temporary basis, sorry, they are on the basis of temporary they do a business. Along with that, they will be also having contact with the different sellers, right? So whosoever gives them more commission, those sellers products will be pushed into the market. Now, agents on internet trading, you see, agents are very small, pieces of software code that can automatically, automate many tasks. Okay, and like you can take like Amazon, you have Flipkart, right? You have AGO, right? Now, on the electronic, commerce front, they can be used in websites to enhance the sales and support customer. I mean, customer support by customizing pages for the individuals. These agents will, especially in the internet, these people will be acting like as software companies, which will be developing a platform and making the buyer and the seller to reach. Okay, those platform for accessing each other. Right. Now, agents can also assist in promoting the sales, okay, by having a good, promotional activities, developing a proper pages, okay, the web pages, which will be very highly attractive and which is going to be furnishing the information about all the sellers and their terms and conditions. Fine. Okay. And also, what happens is, those people not only just assist, promoting the sales, also they are going to capture the customer preferences. You see, if you are registered with any of the, especially Flipkart, okay, the Amazon, when you people search on those web pages into certain product categories, related, information or notifications you people are going to receive, though you people are not accessing. At the time when you people are not accessing the web page, where those people are going to send you some notifications on price reduction, maybe some promotions, right, etc. So they even help customers and guide them that what may be the suitable products that those people can purchase to satisfy the needs on the basis of which category products that you people have searched on that web page is going to be recorded. On that basis, those people are going to help you people in suggesting what may be the best products which you people can buy for. Now, in case of customer services, agents based on the problem description and also customer profiling can route help desk request to the right place. These people can also make you, what it says that the buyers will be guided by these agents, making them to reach at a particular place where a type of seller whom those people are searching for is or are available. Right? So somewhere they are going to guide the customers in reaching the required. Now we have selling agents on the internet trading or say net selling. Now these are they are those components of the business to consumer commerce value chain that own the customer and eyeballs which can be converted into a transaction. Now these agents will have a complete demographic profile of the a market on the net. For example, like customers' age, it may be a income of the customers, preference of the customers, and also any other sort of data which those people are going to record it, identify or record it on time basis, and those are going to be sold for any of the say maybe a buyer or say any suppliers who are requesting them for the database to reach those targeted customers. So they sell the customer data blanks to the data banks to the intended advertisers or maybe and the product service suppliers on the net. Fine. So here we are going to stop today. This was your part one of your module six of sales management. Right. Okay. Any doubts that you people have?